Hello there! So, the Miss Philippines or Miss Universe Philippines 2020 is over. So we have to move on, welcome the winner, and get ready with our support for Rabiya Mateo as she represents now Philippines to the Miss Universe pageant. Now, let's talk about the whole show. Let's start with the opening. It was a nice opening production. I like the colors. I like the lightings. I like the visuals. I like the dress. Although they are similar to what we have already seen sa ibang mga international pageants, particularly at Miss Universe pageants and Miss USA pageants, still maganda pa rin siyang tingnan. I like the glittering effect. Walang attach-touch ng Filipino ang buong show, except sa opening, yung national costumes display. Pero sa stage, we're talking about the stage, during that moment, during the finals night, na talagang wala kang makikitang senyales ng pagka-Pilipino. That's why umadvance na tayo. Tuwang-tuwa ako na makita ko lumabas si Eliza Manilaw o Malinaw ng nakaterno. At ang ganda-gandang tingnan. Balik ulit tayo. Punta tayo sa introduction. I didn't like it. Hindi ko na masyadong gusto yung kanilang self-introduction dahil recorded na yung mga boses. So, ma-action-action lang sila. Hindi naman, I'm not against the gestures because hindi naman ganun ka-exagerada kagaya ng Miss Grand International. Yun nga lang, mas maganda sana ko yung boses ang ginamit. But, wow, they are following strict protocols. At iba pang mga pag-iingat para sa coronavirus. So, siguro is, that's the reason behind it. Kung panonoorin natin yung video, all the candidates were there. Hindi lang sila pinagsasabay-sabay sa entablado. Ngayon, kung ganun din lang, di naman pinagsasabay-sabay din, lagyan na natin ng 10-10, 12-12, and why not put microphones there and shout their names out ng live, diba? Yun lang mga akin. Pero, whatever. Hindi ito naging malaking balakid para mag-enjoy ako sa opening production number. Kung wala man yun, once again, I liked the show. Considering that we are in a pandemic era and marami talaga mga bagay na dapat sakripisyo. Still, they were able to come up with a nice show. Yung tipong nakahinga ka ng maluwag because alam mo na during the preliminary competitions, maaaring kalahati ng world pageant enthusiasts na nakatutok sa atin ay tumatawa at nangungutya sa ating palabas. And even I myself, hindi ako kontento dun sa preliminary na hindi ko gusto yung music, hindi bumagay yung music. I think that music na ginamit sa gown, yun ang kanilang official soundtrack. So dapat gumamit na lang sila ng iba, diba? So hindi siya masyadong bumagay dun sa gown. At kahit yung music sa swimsuit, dry. Kung hindi ko lang kung bakit nila yung nagustuhan. And the camera anglings, the camera works. Nagmukhang maliliit ang mga paa ng bawat kandidata. So, yung finals night was really a great improvement from the preliminary competition production. So, nung nanonood ka na ng finals, yung tipong naka-ismid ka na tipong, sabi ko sa inyo diba? Yung tipong kahit wala kang kausap or kahit hindi ka nakaharap sa world or sa universe rather, is nagmamalaki ka na look at our girls. Look at our show sa kabila ng pandemic. It's decent. It's of good quality. Bongga ang mga outfits. Ang gagaling sumagot ng mga candidates. Etc. 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 Yung tipong pamaypay na lang ang kulang at konting tirik ng mata para may pakita mo sa mundo ang iyong pagmamalaki. Ganon. So in general, it was a nice show. Now let's go to the host. Ang galing-galing ni Casey Montero. Aside from the fact na gwapo, tinitingnan mo siya talaga parang walang pagkakaiba. Ever since nung ano pa lang yan, nung MTV VJ days. Siya pa yun? Let me make sure. Baka nagkamali ako. Yes, tama ako. He won the MTV VJ spot sa isang audition. That's why he's very famous back then. Aside from being gwapo, is kasikatan ng MTV noong mga panahon yun. Tapos nakuha siya. International ang peg at that. And ang galing-galing yun ang gawin yun. Mas mas tumingkad yung galing niya because there is a stark contrast from the previous host, si Benjamin Alves, na nag-host ng preliminary competition, who was very, very dry, deadpan ng emote, and super basa lang talaga siya ng kanyang spills. So, buhay ang show. Nandun si Casey Montero. That makes him one of the best pageant MCs, not only of this decade, but of all time. Diba? Maybe next to Eddie Mercado. I think Eddie Mercado was the greatest one pagdating sa hosting skills ng pageants. Top 16. I got, kung kasama si Biliran, I got 13 out of 16. So, instead of Romblon, Mandaue, and Albay, ang napili ko ay Catanduanes, Oriental Mindoro, and Camarines Sur. Actually, at the last minute, pinalitan ko si Albay at ginawa kong Catanduanes. Pero meron talaga akong yung hesitation, napalitan pa siya, but I thought na magkadikit sila ni Aklan, so maybe the judges would skip her and eventually go for another candidate. Yun. And now, Mandaue, ito yung isang medyo nagsisi ako na hindi ko na-review yung kanyang mga previous performances. So, ayun. Nanghihinayang siyempre ako sa aming representative ng Oriental Mindoro. Yes, I am from Calapan City. So, sa galing na pinakita ni Doc Adi sa kanyang interview, I thought she would make it sa top 16. But, sad to say, she didn't. So, top 16, okay sa akin yun, nabinigyan sila ng pagkalaki-laking chance na makapag-project sa stage. Although, hindi balanse ang camera works. Dapat planado. Dapat sa lahat ng candidates, pare-pareho yung shots. Mas kitang-kita sa gown competition, I think. Na hindi mo gusto mo sabihin, hey, close up mo, pumo-project sila. Diba? Meron sila mga pang-ending na bali ng katawan, super smile, doon na lang inilalabas sa center ng stage. And then merong close-up, merong half shot, at merong talagang wide shot. So hindi mo makita yung emote nila na talagang pinagbuhusan nila ng time, ng effort na ma-perfect. So, talagang naiinis ako na, i-close up mo. Ano na siya, nag-smile siya, nagpo-project siya. Uy, yan, lilingon na siya, ganun. Ay! Kainesht. Now, there is one candidate who really made lamon all the other candidates. During the swimsuit and the gown, I know we have the same answer. It's Eliza Malinaw. So lumabas yung kanyang pagiging veterana sa runway. Yung kanyang pagiging model. Nung lumabas siya sa gown, wow! There is kilabot in your whole body. And there is pride in your heart because she's wearing a terno. And bagay na bagay sa kanya. Ang ganda-ganda ng emote, ang ganda-ganda ng smile, ang ganda-ganda ng lakad. Hindi po napapasabay ka sa kanya. It was a perfect and polished performance. Even during the swimsuit. So with respect to Rabiya, Mateo, if I would rank them all over again, sa kanilang finals performances, gown and swimsuit performances, I would undoubtedly put Eliza Malinaw on the top of my list. Pero hindi pa rin siya nahila na makapasok sa top 5. And it's sad, but who would you eliminate? Kagaya ng sabi ko sa aking forecast, if you take her in, who would you eliminate? Solidong-solid na yung top 5 mo. Well, it's not just because you have seen these photos, sinasabi mga leaked photos, etc. na sila yung 5. Meron na nawala. Sila talaga yung top 5 ng karamihan. Including me. Sila talaga. For the gowns, I liked surprise of all surprises because Miss Quezon City was at the top of my list, was at the bottom of my list sa preliminary competition sa gown. Pero here, I think she's one of those who gave great execution and that captivating smile and projection. So ako kasi pinagsasama ko yan, it's not just the gown, it's the way you carry it. It might sound cliche, but it's supposed to be that way. Ayun, so I think Michelle gave a great performance. Sino pa? Miss Cavite. Although nagmukha siyang maliit sa gown, I don't know why. But she's always wearing something which looks original. Yung gown sa preliminary and gown here are both exotic looking. Should I say exotic? Ayun. Pauline's gown, I don't like it that much. Pero in execution niya okay lang. Ang galing-galing ni Sandra Lemonon sa swimsuit at sa gown. Sa akin kasi, okay yung kanyang passerella ni Miss Iloilo ng ating Miss Universe Philippines, si Rabiya. Ang hindi ko lang gusto yung itinitiklop niya yung kanyang tuhod. It looks weak to me. But overall, the face, such a beautiful face. Sa gown, sino pa bang gusto ko sa gown? I didn't list them down. Bakit nga ba hindi? I'm always like that. Eliza, yung kanyang Filipiniana, yung kanyang, how do you say this? Yung kanyang terno. Yun nga lang, may biglang pumasok na halos ganun din. So medyo nabawasan ng konti yung natin nung kay Eliza. Hindi ba sila nagpapakiramdaman? So yun, dun lang. But I like them both. Especially yung kay Eliza. Ang gusto ko kay April Smith is yung dito. Yung mga konting ekek na drama. Yan. So swimsuit, same choices. Eliza. Sandra. Yan. Okay. It's just that, how I wish na pare-pareho yung swimsuit. So dun ako sa, kung one piece lahat. Kung two-piece and two-piece lahat. So dun lang ako. Plus, gusto ko yun, yung kanilang alampay, or cover up shawl, how to say that? Cover up na lang. Yan. So I liked it. Parang masarap-sarap pitpitin. Parang hindi na orient si Biliran na do whatever you want with it. So I thought, nung lumabas si Biliran, ganun lang talaga, na huwag magpapakita ng kahit ano. Yung harap lang. And then, as the swimsuit segment progresses, nakita mo na kanya-kanya palang paraan na pag-execute. Huwag lang tatanggalin yung cover-up. That's how I perceived it. Parang ganun. In general, lumabas na naman yung pagka-proud ko sa mga kandidata natin. At muling, tumaas ang kilay ko sa may lingon, kahit wala man akong nilingon na, sabi ko sa inyo Di ba yung mga ganong eksena na, nanonood ang mga taga-Thailand, nanonood ang mga mga taga-Venezuela and Colombia, oh my God, galingan nyo! And they did well. So, you know that feeling? You're very, very proud and boastful a bit na yung tipong gumaganon ka inside your heart and inside your mind. Nagmamaganda ka. I believe na ganun din kayo, right? Top 5, no surprise. Yun talaga. Pero, kung pumasok si Malinaw, okay sa akin. Kung sino yung tatanggalin, ayoko nang isipin, ayoko nang problemahin. So, kumbaga basta yung top 6, basta yung akin is 6 best. Kung sinong ipasok nila, is okay lang sa akin. And during my forecast, my fearless forecast, I said it, that kahit sino. It can be Rabiya, it can be Billy, it can be Michelle, it can be Pauline, it can be Ella, it can be Eliza. So, sa top 5, iba talaga yung dating ni Rabiya Mateo. Sa isang banda is, she looks like a student scholar standing there with her 4 professors. Parang ganon. And then, her beauty is of course different. Because she is Indian Filipino, right? So may distinct features na foreign. And she's gonna compete at Miss Universe, so okay lang na bigyan ng merong international touch ang kanyang dating. Now, for the hair, I don't like it, pero I feel na nakatulong yun sa kanya. Ito yung tipong, kung natalo siya ang sisisihin yung hair. Am I right or you are wrong? Diba? Hindi pong, sabukot kasing ginamit na hair Parang piluka, parang wig Yan kasi, nagmukha kasing 70s hippie Mga ganun-ganun, diba? Nung nanalo siya, wow. Ang ganda ng hair. Bagay na bagay sa kanya. It's always like that. Pag nanalo, may sasabihin. Pag natalo, may sasabihin pa rin. This is really the toughest competition ever. I've been following Binibining Pilipinas for years now. Since I was still dalagindi, I was already following Binibining Pilipinas, particularly, the Miss Universe candidates. Miss Philippines who represent the Philippines at the Miss Universe pageants. I mean, even the Miss Universe in 1974, I could always recall the names of the 5 winners. Except one. Maureen Viera of Aruba, Helen Morgan of Wales, Amparo Munoz of Spain. Tatlo lang pala. Who else? Joanna Raunio of Finland, and the other one, I forgot. So ganun ako kaloka talaga sa pageants. Wala pa kaming TV nun, ha? Now, sa question and answer portion, ito talaga yung game changer, literally that night. So, I was all for Michelle, pero I must admit hindi ako kontento sa kanyang sagot sa unang katanungan. She was asked about the mobile app, and she said Bible. There's nothing wrong with the Bible being the only one that you depend on during time of crisis. Diba? Etc., etc., etc. You have to read it, you have to believe in it, etc., etc. It's a powerful tool and feel the beauty of life, etc., etc., etc. But the question asks for a mobile application. So she should have said, well, I'm using a Bible app. Iba-iba. And nobody would question, ano yung Bible app? So maybe I've missed it. Maybe I haven't researched about it. Pwedeng sabihin ng judges because nobody knows. Maybe baka nga meron. Diba? So yun lang ang kulang dun. The term na app. Tama ba ako? Am I right? Yeah. Okay. So kung mali ako, pardon me. That's how I understood it. Yun. Si Miss Romblon, si Miss Paul, na isa rin sa aking last 2 standing, medyo, tama kanyang mga sagot, pero medyo, alam mo yun, medyo nag-slip ng konti yung kanyang confidence. Yung kanyang rasada ng talking sa preliminary competition is medyo bumagal dito. Na parang medyo she was a little bit grasping for the right term to use or the right word to say. Parang ganun. Although hindi naman ganun kabagal talaga, na nagawa din niya ng paraan is medyo, kumbaga sa jeep is medyo umano ng konti. Ayan. Correct me if I'm wrong. And don't get me wrong as well. Even during that time, I was rooting for her and Michelle. And now, Rabiya came. Aside from this, a little lecturer approach, with her hands all over the place like that, just like me. I always talk that way, using my hands. Oftentimes, I think that's no. If you're talking in front, particularly in Miss Universe, okay, you should be prim and proper. So you should control those hand gestures for me. Still, it was a powerful answer, or those were powerful answers. She had the right words to use. She had a very pageant favorite lines and quotes. Catchy phrases, combination of words, like the last sentence that she said, the president that we never had. It was classic. It's not as if this is the first time that we have heard it, but it's something na nung siya rin nagsabi, ang ganda-ganda pakinggan. Because I must admit this, even during that moment na may top 5 na, hindi pa rin ako confident sa kanya. Why should I say this? So maraming titira sa akin, but that's how I felt. I'm just being true to what I was feeling back then. Diba? So, andun pa rin yung kayanin-kaya niya. Wala kaya siyang kaba? Because he was good during the preliminary competition. So, pwede sabihin na, wow, okay, so it's just a preliminary. Everything was cool. Majority of the candidates there was just, it looks or it seems they're feeling comfortable. They're just playing jokes with those who were throwing questions at them. So parang there is super casualness do sa environment ng preliminary competition interview. Pero here, you would expect na tipong, wow, mararatel to. Because, maybe because of that peg na she looks like an honor student in between 4 intelligent professors. Yun ang image na dumarating sa akin. Ganon. So, yun. And then, sumagot na siya and I told myself that she might win the Miss Universe Philippines. And ako, nga. Because I was expecting too much from Michelle and Bohol. They are my last 2 standing. I didn't change. From the very first time up to the last minute, I kept on saying I would stick to my last 2 standing. And I was a little bit disappointed. And that was the nga moment. So kahit nung pinagtabi na sila ni Miss Paranaque, I knew then na si Rabiya ang nanalo. And gano'n naman eh. Pagkatapos nung coronation crowning, pagkatapos i-announce na siyang winner, biglang, boom! Siya talaga yung the best. Na ang ganda-ganda niya, na ang tali-talino niya, na perfect yung kanyang lahat. Na parang meron na star aura. Diba? Queenly aura. Na yung winner look, andun agad. So, the only thing that we have to do now is to support her all the way. But knowing me, kung merong mga rankings, and then first hot list, or hot picks, at hindi siya palagay agad sa unahan, huwag kayo agad magagalit. Kung if I feel that there's someone who deserve the top spot sa aking first hot list, and then, so be it. Magtampo na kayo, I don't care. Basta mahal ko kayong lahat. Sa inyong patuloy na suporta. My channel was revived because of this Miss Universe pageant, Miss Universe Philippines pageants. I concentrated on my other channel, my lifestyle vlog, which is now nearing 100,000 subscribers. So road to 100,000 na tayo sa aking lifestyle vlog. So, 2 po tayo, isang robatology na masang-masa, kumakain ng kung ano-ano, walang ulam minsan, nagbumukbang, pumapasok sa trabaho, and so on and so forth. And this one, the Robato reviews. And I hope you follow me also there. Our next is my impression of Rabiya Mateo as a candidate for Miss Universe pageant. Susunod na. So, just stick around. This is your friend Robato saying arigatou gozaimasu and mabuhay, Philippines.